Welcome members and supporters to another episode of the Rabbitohs Insider. What a week it's been. South Sydney, along with all other New South Wales and ACT-based teams, are relocating to southeast Queensland in order to keep the game alive. As Mark Ellison and the football team prepare for this transition, I'll be catching up with John Sutton for our Playmakers segment, proudly brought to you by Zoom Video Communications. Let's get into it. Well, welcome to our Playmakers segment, proudly brought to you by Zoom Video Communications. A real treat for me to be back in the Playmakers segment with Rabbitohs legend John Sutton. How are you, Sutto?
I'm good, Jezza. How are you?
Very well, mate. Now, last week we took on the Cowboys up at McDonald Jones Stadium, our first home game in Newcastle in our history, I would suggest, and it was a good win against the Cowboys.
Yeah, it was. We had to travel up there on the day of the game, and we didn't have our Origin players, so a few boys had to step up, and we played for like Wayne said, about 76 minutes. So it was a good performance. We needed that. Through this Origin period, need as much wins as we can, and we did that.
As you said, without our Origin stars, and there were suggestions the week prior that we might be without both of our halves because of the form they've been in. You and Ello have been talking about Cody and his performances, and he turned in another one on the weekend.
Yeah, he's just getting better and better, and he's at the top of his game. He's seeing the game so clearly, and it's looked like he sees in slow motion some of the passes he can deliver to the edges. We just need Cody to keep doing what he does. And, we're saying that Adam's been really good for him as well, playing real straight at the line.
Now, we got a bit of a glimpse into the future as well, seeing a couple of the young boys get plenty of game time on the weekend as well, in Pete Mamouzelos and also Blake Taaffe.
Yeah, they're two really good kids, funny little buggers. They're really good to have around training. They bring a lot of energy, and I was very happy for them both to get their first start, and Taffy scoring a good try, and Pete had to tackle Taumalolo one night, but I thought he done a really good job, and they both got a big future.
What impressed you most, first of all, about Taffy playing fullback? Big shoes to fill for Latrell not being in the team, and he held his own.
Yeah, he certainly did. Obviously a different style of player to Latrell. He's a bit more zippier. He's got a really good running game, and when he just runs the ball, he can be very dangerous. And for him to put himself in that position to score, the try the other night was really good, and just really proud of the way the boys are going. He's one of those players, you can just put him anywhere in the 14 jersey and he can play anywhere on the field.
And as you say, young Pete, he had to take on the behemoth that is Jason Taumalolo. Did a great job of it for a small man. He's very much in the mould of Damien Cook.
Yeah, he is. He's a little bit smaller, I think, but no, he's a real goer. He puts his body on the line. He's got a really good running game at dummy half that we haven't really seen yet. Just really proud of the way they've been going this year, and they're going to be playing a lot of first-grade football at this club.
Now, those two, along with Lachlan Ilias, you can't separate them at training and outside of footy. Do you think that friendship is also going to help their football over the next decade if they can stay together?
Yeah, definitely. They're really good friends off the field. I don't know, there's something with them, they're always laughing at me for some reason. I haven't quite worked that out yet, but I'll find out what's going on there. But yeah, like I said, they're really good friends. It's definitely going to help them on the field when they get some game time together.
And this week we take on the Bulldogs up at the Gold Coast. Do you see the upheaval of this week having any effect on our squad?
Oh, it's always got an effect on everyone, but we're very professional about what we need to do here, and the boys know the job that needs to happen. So, I'm just looking forward to seeing the boys go up there and rip in, and just make the most of this journey, and hopefully come back to Sydney and play some footy side here.
Well, thank you as always, Sutto, for joining us for the Playmakers segment for Zoom Video Communications, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Cheers, thanks, Jezza.
My favourite Body Science product is whey protein, especially the chocolate flavour. Helps me maintain my weight through the season, and it's great for recovery after the games and after our sessions on the field.
Here's what you need to know about our round 18 clash against the Bulldogs, brought to you by whatif.com, proud travel partner of the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Did you know since 2019, Rabbitohs members and fans have saved over $15,000 using whatif.com/Rabbitohs? Here are some quick facts to watch out for before we take on the Bulldogs. With the worsening COVID situation in New South Wales, the ARL Commission decided to relocate all New South Wales and ACT-based teams to South East Queensland to reduce the risk of the season being impacted on by Sydney's COVID-19 outbreak. Crowds in Queensland are currently allowed to attend games, so we look forward to seeing our supporters north of the border flying the flag. The Bulldogs are currently sitting last on the ladder, having only won 2 out of their 16 games this season, including a historic 66-0 loss to Manly back in round 16. However, there's still plenty of fight in the Bulldogs as seen in their last matchup, when they took the 5th-placed Sydney Roosters right down to the wire. For just the 3rd time in Rabbitohs history, we have won 5 straight matches by 12 points or more. If history is one to go by, look no further than our 2014 campaign, where the squad was able to mirror this same feat. After putting their best foot forward for their respective states, our Origin Stars will be back in the red and green, with their focus lying solely on lifting the trophy at the end of the year. The big man, Mark Nichols, will be bringing up 100 NRL games when we take on the Bulldogs. Having previously played with the Canberra Raiders and Melbourne Storm, the journeyman has found a home at South Sydney, making his way into the starting side in recent weeks. Remember, members get 15% off select hotels through whatif.com/Rabbitohs. Use promo code Rabbitohs15 to enjoy these exclusive benefits.
How you going? Can you see me? How are you, brother? Good, mate, good. Adam, mate, you're off to the Broncos next season. You're not going to be scoring any tries up there. Any chance we could get some celebrations this year?
Yeah, what do you want from me, bud?
How about the Guffarino?
Yeah, check your zipper there, bud. It's undone.
Oh, AJ, you there?
Yeah, gotcha, mate, gotcha.
You only score 6 tries a weekend. Give me a celebration.
I gave you one last year, mate.
Good. We'll do it again. Where's Mark? Mate, I'm not even sure why you're on this call, mate. You're a prop. If you do score a try, mate, use your imagination, yeah?
Give us a demo.
Maybe the Latrell stomp. When Mark puts the ball down, he scores, and he does the stomp like this. Just stomp all day. Hey, Mark, can you put Wayne Bernard on, please?
Yeah, here he is. Who are you, mate?
Oh, Wayne Bernard. Oh, mate, I was a talented junior, Wayne, but I didn't have the right pathway.
Don't ring me again.
My name's Declan James. I'm the battery captain for the 104th Battery Royal Australian Artillery. Today we've had a visit from our friends at the South Sydney Rabbitohs, so we can show them what we do, show them a bit of the battery culture and how we do our job. So in 1967 the battery was re-raised in South Sydney, so naturally a lot of the soldiers were supporters of the club. So the South Sydney colours became the unofficial PT shirt for the battery.
The battery commander and battery sergeant major were fanatic Rabbitohs supporters. So they used to do things such as give early knocks to Rabbitohs supporters and put people who supported the East on guard duty. They also had a Australian rules football competition, and they rode off to every club in the VFL there asking for jerseys to wear. So they had a jersey for the competition. None of them responded. However, one of the commanders did send off a letter to the South Sydney Rabbitohs, and several days later, several boxes of South Sydney Rabbitohs jerseys appeared. From there, they wore that as a battery attire, and they wore that in Vietnam, and that's become part of the 104 battery identity.
Yeah, we got to come out here and watch the 104th shoot off the cannons, and then we got to have a go at shooting off the artillery as well. Then we went up to the observation point and watched them land up there on the hillside, which is pretty cool.
So we came up, we gave them a tour of the gun line, showed them the different jobs and how the different teams work together to achieve the end goal. And then they got to fire the M777 behind me, and then they went up on the hill, had a go at calling in some bombs themselves.
2-0, this is 2-2, repeat, over.
Observation plan, I'll observe the target in rear, Sig will observe the target left, Ark will observe the target right.
You know, watching them work today, you know, they worked very well as a unit, as a team, and that's something that we try and strive for at the Rabbitohs. And I think it's something that we have in common, and it's something that really connects us.
We have observers on the hill calling in targets. We have the command system operators in the JFEC and in the CP coordinating the firing data. Then we have the hard-working men and women on the detachments pumping those bombs as a team. It's just like a football team though. You can't have a team full of props, halves or winger. You have to have a combination of people to win a game.
Number 2, fire!
It's a pretty special relationship. It's not often that a elite sports club and an army subunit have the opportunity to maintain such a healthy relationship over nearing on 70 years.
You know, having that sort of connection with them and being able to sort of try and keep that connection alive is something pretty special.
I think it's a pretty important thing and something that we'll definitely seek to continue in the future.